Hello everyone. With the Invictus event starting up in Star Citizen soon, and its associated Free Fly event starting as well, I figured I would make a small tutorial about how to get from the player hab that you will spawn in to the spaceport where you can retrieve your ship and actually get into playing the game. Because I know that for a lot of new players, it can be very difficult to figure your way around. There is signage in each of these locations, but for a new player, it's very difficult to spot it. And on top of all the other things, that can be very overwhelming your first time playing the game. The scope of this tutorial is really only going to be that sort of getting from A to B. I'm not going to talk about how to fly or how to fight or anything like that. This is really only solving the problem of how do I get from my apartment to my spaceship. Additionally, if you are interested in playing Star Citizen and taking advantage of the Free Fly event that's happening from May 20th, I'm going to include my referral code that will get you a few extra credits to spend in the verse. Alright, so when you first start the game, your screen will not look quite the same as mine. When you start initially, you will not have a friends list here. To get all of that, you'll need to create your character first, and then also choose an initial spawn location. After that, every other time you go to the main menu like this, you will have a friends list like I do. But for now, our first step is we're going to go to the persistent universe. Now, if you're starting for the first time, click on this, it will ask you to do character customization first. My character is already done, but you have all of these features here that you can work on. You can get as involved or as uninvolved as you like. Anyway, once you've completed your character customization, then about here it will ask you to choose your starting location. And this is the location that all of your sort of belongings will go at first when you start the game. It will also be your respawn location by default, but you can change your respawn location at any time later on. But anyway, you'll have a choice of 4 different locations. You will be able to spawn at Orison on Crusader, New Babbage on microTech, Area 18 on ArcCorp, and Lorville on Hurston. Now, for all of the locations, they're all gonna take about the same amount of time to navigate from the hab to the spaceport. So they're all about the same in that sense. However, I would recommend against spawning at Orison because Orison is probably the most taxing location on computer systems, and especially when you are starting the game for the first time, the game is building its shader cache in the background, which is additional work it's gonna have to do on top of rendering all of the assets at Orison. So for your first time playing, even though the Invictus event is at Orison this year, and it's going to be very tempting to just start there, to get a little bit of a better experience, I would recommend choosing one of the other locations, right? So New Babbage, Area 18, or Lorville. Of course, I will show how to navigate to the spaceport in Orison, but just as a general piece of advice, I don't recommend setting it as your initial spawn location. Alright, so first we're in New Babbage on microTech. So we're gonna hop out of bed, ignore the medical gowns on the floor, and we're gonna head right out the door. So when you spawn on microTech, you wake up in the Aspire Grand Apartments. It's a very large building in the center of New Babbage. You get randomly assigned a room, you get randomly assigned a floor, but either way, we're just going to go over here and call the elevator. Alright, the lobby button should be always available, so we'll just click on that and go straight down. When we come out, there's only one exit to the Aspire Grand, so we'll go straight for that. Now there are a lot of choices here, not really. So we see here we've got the hospital. If you happen to die while you're on microTech, you might spawn there. But the subway is down these stairs, all the way down. Coming to the bottom, we see we've got two platforms we can stand on. We've got one for the Commons and one for the Spaceport, which is where we want to go today. So we'll come over here and wait, and it helpfully tells us just how long we have to wait for the train.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
We can hop on the train if you want to. You could take a seat, but if you don't want to, you can just stand, of course. While there are G-force reactions in this game, they don't apply to the subway system, despite how fast it accelerates. So as we can see, it's currently nighttime on microTech, or at least on this side of microTech. So we can get a good look back at New Babbage as we go away from it very quickly. Turning around, we can see that we are approaching the Spaceport. A bit hard to see at night, but it is those series of red lights over there on the horizon. Note that especially if this is your first time playing, or if you have a lower end system, there is a chance that the terminal at the end of the line might not have spawned. If there is no platform, do not step out onto it. You will fall into an endless void. Alright, so we're here at the Spaceport. Find the exit. Very helpful exit sign. I'm going to come into a room of elevators. They all go to the same place. You can pick any of them. Being a little bit slow today, it seems. There we are. Hop inside. Only one place to go. The New Babbage Interstellar Space Terminal. So, we'll go to that one. Coming out, go down the only hallway we have access to. We'll come in through the security checkpoint. We'll congratulate this gentleman for his superb moonwalking skills. Still following the hallway. And now our final staircase. We'll come up with a good lookout onto New Babbage, and then we will turn left to go up to our ASOP terminals. With a nice sign here showing hangars. We'll come to one, interact with it,
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Find your ship. You might only have the one or two. I have quite a few. Click the retrieve button and then wait, and it will tell you which hangar you need to visit. In this case, it's hangar 4. Again, another elevator ride. Again, any elevator is okay. Oh, we have lost the lottery today. Just wait for the doors to close and try again. Yeah, do not make the mistake of falling into an elevator that is not there. So we want to go to Hangar 4. If you need to, you can scroll up and down on the list. You can also click middle mouse button to lock your camera in place to make it a little easier. Right, we're in our hangar now, and there is our ship. And that is how you get to your ship on New Babbage. Let's take a look at another location next. Alright, so now we are in Lorville. So we'll hop out of bed. Alright, take a look around our very industrial apartment and head out the door. Alright, a little bit of stuttering, but Lorville's a little rough coming out into the habs like this. So we'll make our way over to the elevator here. Notice that if you happen to spawn in one of the habs on sort of that ground floor, the elevator entrance is only on the second level. So you will need to come up those stairs. Alright, again, the ground floor button, always available. So we'll click on that. So Lorville is a bit of a labyrinth. Trying to get around from A to B can be a little difficult. If you get lost and you want to get to the spaceport at least, we want to try to find signs for Metro Center. So there's only one door to the hab building, so we'll go straight out. And we can already get eyes on the spaceport from here. You can see where we're headed. Just gotta take the train. So far there's no wrong way to go. We haven't had any forks in the road yet. But when we get to here, now we can see we need to pay attention to the signs. So we have a quite large one here that says Metro Center, so that's the way we want to go. Coming downstairs a bit, we see that there's two lines, the perimeter line and the spaceport line. Can you guess which one we want to take? So we'll follow the sign for the spaceport line here. Going down more steps and more steps again.
Welcome to Metro Center. Transfers to the perimeter, spaceport, and industry. Platform edge when train is approaching.
All right. We're just gonna wait. Oh, train's just now here. Very good timing. Take a stroll on board and wait for the train to leave.
Be considerate to your fellow travelers. Do not block doors.
The Lorville train ride to the spaceport is quite long, so I might try to speed it up a little bit.
Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train. Security reserves the right to search travelers at any time.
Alright, so we're here at the Tisa Spaceport Station. Just go out the exit. Notice when you come out of this door, there is another train station for the Central Business District. We don't want that one, not yet. Instead, we're going to go to the sign labeled Customs Area. That will get us to the spaceport itself. Going through all the checkpoints here. Just one more set of stairs. Alright, and now the ASOP terminals to spawn your ship are here on the left. You can use any of them that you like. Go up and
Welcome
interact.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Find your ship and hit the retrieve button,
Vehicle selected.
and then wait for it to tell you
Stand
your
by.
hangar assignment.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Today we've got hangar 9, so we're going to back away from the terminal.
Visit us again.
And we're going to go this way, following the signs for elevators. There's 2 sets of elevators. There's a small set over here, a small set over here. Any of them are okay. Go in. I need hangar 9, so I'm going to scroll down. Alright, and just like that, we've made it to our ship at Tisa Spaceport. Let's move on and have another look at another location. Alright, for our third stop, we're on ArcCorp in the city of Area 18. If you can call it a city. Technically the whole planet is one big city. But anyway, we're going to hop out of bed, just like we always do. Kind of nicer apartments. I feel like I like this one the best. The one on Orison is pretty good as well. But it's on Orison. Anyway, we'll come out of the apartment, we'll try to find the hallway. There it is. And there will be a single elevator right in the middle. Push the button and wait and look outside if you want to. Go down to the ground floor. Of course, the ground floor button always available, like in everywhere else. Come outside. There's some other elevators here, but we want to just go out the front. So now Area 18 has a few different routes you can take to get to the transit system, but we'll just go the way I always do. So we want to find the sign that says ArcCorp Plaza, and we're going to go that way. Just passing through this alleyway here. And we should come to this open space with this big set of gears in a sphere. What we're looking for now is the City Flight Transit System, and we can see it there in the distance, so that's where we want to go. There are a lot of other things you can do on Area 18, kind of all accessible from this sort of central location. But for today, we're just trying to get to the spaceport. We'll come to the bottom here. There's 2 ways to go, but as you can see, the convention center is closed, so it's very hard to make a mistake at this point. And we come out and we're on the platform waiting for the shuttle to arrive. Got a timer there, just a little bit to wait. Might speed that up some. Alright, and we see the shuttle's pulling up. One thing to note about this shuttle is it has a very common problem where if the server is sort of overtaxed, the doors might not work properly. So they might like stay open and you can fall out and die. So just be aware that the doors might not be working. In this case, we can see that they're both shut, right? Notice how they meet in the middle like that. Alright, and this shuttle only has one stop. It's only going to take us to the spaceport and then go back again. So I'm going to speed it up because that trip is over a minute long.
Now arriving.
Right, pulling up to Riker Memorial Spaceport now. Just step off, and we're at the spaceport, so we're going to go right to the ASOP terminal to try to get our ship. Like most other places we've seen, there's really only one way to go, so rather difficult to get lost. Alright, and we see our ASOP terminals are right in front of us, in front of this central kind of column. So we'll interact, we'll pick a ship, click the retrieve button, and wait for our hangar. So it says we're at hangar 2, so we'll back away, walk around this column here. There are a lot of elevators at Riker Memorial Spaceport, but we can just use this first set here that says hangars. Get another elevator. Hop in. We need hangar 2 already there. Alright, and we pop out, and there's our ship waiting for us. And that's how we get to the spaceport on Area 18. Next up, we'll take our last look at our last location, Orison. Alright, for our last visit today, we're on Orison on Crusader. We got a good look outside, nice and bright. The apartment's very well appointed. Let's hop out of bed. On your own time, you can take a look, but for now, we're just going to try to get to the spaceport. The views on Orison are great, but like I said, if this is your first time playing it, it's probably not the best place to set your initial spawn, as your computer will be doing a lot of things in the background when it's starting up for the first time. So just going down to the lobby. There are lots of exits from the bottom of the green circle apartments, but to get to the spaceport, the quickest way is we're going to come out of these elevators and turn to the left. Follow that exit sign. Coming outside, the shuttle's already there. We might not get it. Let's see how it's gonna go. Oh, and there's the doors closing on us. How rude. But yes, you do need this platform. It says August Dunlow Spaceport. So we'll just sit here and we'll wait for the next one. Should be a timer about 30 seconds. One thing I will say is you want to avoid standing too close to these doors when it opens, because the doors on the shuttle and the doors on the platform open in 2 different stages, and it's kind of possible to either get trapped on one side or get pushed off of the platform and down into the clouds below. So you just want to give them a chance to, get completely open.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
That goes for getting on and getting off.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
So we'll have a bit of a ride to get to the spaceport. It looks very nice, so if your computer is able to handle it, I do recommend coming and taking a ride, especially when it's daylight like this. The morning or the evening is good as well. But for now, for the sake of time, as you can see, we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Alright, we're pulling in now. One thing to remember is that the shuttles are on a loop system, so if you miss your stop, it will take you to the Providence platform next, and then back to the Cloudview Center before coming around to the uh, to the starport.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Alright, we get up here, we've got a very big platform, but there's only one side with elevators, so that makes it a little bit easier.
Redesigned Crusader Industries shuttlecraft. Feature
So we're going to come, we're going to pick an elevator.
their signature crystal canopies.
Hop in, again only one place to go, the August Dunlo Spaceport. Alright, now we've got a bit of a walk, gonna come through the hallways. If you've been to microTech, kind of the internal layout of the security checkpoint is about the same. But when we come out here, now we're on an open platform. Rental kiosk is here, if you're interested in renting any ships, if you have the money to do it. Very lovely vista of the rest of Orison here. Coming up the steps, follow the signs labeled hangars. Step around this big block of advertisements here, and we can see the ASOP terminal is there, just in the middle. So we're going to pick one of these, interact with it,
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
choose our ship and click retrieve,
Vehicle selected.
wait for the hangar.
Stand by. Your vehicle
Alright,
has
we've
been
got
delivered to
7.
the following locations.
Back away, pick an elevator. There are a lot of elevators here at August Dunlo, but any of them is okay. You can ignore the numbers, but maybe this one isn't our elevator. We'll give it one more chance. Alright, and so we need hangar 7, so we'll scroll down. There's hangar 7. Hop out. And there's our ship. Alright, and that's how we get to the spaceport on Orison. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully this makes it a little easier to get started playing your first time in Star Citizen. I'm looking forward to making some more videos covering some of the basics and the how-to of some of the gameplay loops that are currently in Star Citizen. If you have any ideas or things that you would like to see, feel free to comment below. Also in the future, I'm considering making a video showing some of the workarounds for the known and common bugs and issues that will probably crop up during your time playing Star Citizen. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.